Hey guys, so today I'll be doing an advice video, and I've been meaning to make this video for a very long time now, but I just wanted to share my opinion with you on some things. So today I'll be talking about, sex and why I decided to wait till marriage. I'm in no way trying to say like this is the right way and this is the wrong way or this is something everyone should do or none of that. I'm just telling you based on myself, my beliefs, what I value, like just me personally, what I chose for myself. And if you like are listening to these reasonings and you like agree with them or see that for yourself, you can make your decision based on that. But basically, it all comes down to being your own personal decision. So, you should never feel pressured from anybody to do something. It should always come from within, from yourself, looking at the pros and cons of each situation and choosing based off of that. So, I had reasons and I didn't really write them down. But basically, one of the biggest factors, definitely my beliefs because I'm a Christian, but that's definitely not always enough to like actually make someone decide to wait. Because there's a lot of Christians who don't wait till marriage, and they're still Christians. They still love God. There's a lot of people think that Christians aren't allowed to do this and blah 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 blah. But the Bible says we're all sinners. We all make mistakes. So there shouldn't be judged differently. It doesn't make them any more or less of Christian if you do something that goes against the Bible. But basically, my reasoning came about just because of kind of part of it is like self-respect and self-value, just how I view sex. So yeah, I'm going to start with how I view sex. First of all, I view sex as a very, like, definitely not a casual thing, but a very, like, intimate thing, something that you don't do with everyone, something like it equals love. Like, it's a big deal for me. Like, sex is a big deal for me. I definitely don't see myself wanting to sleep around or anything like that. I see it as a big deal, as something that is special and that you should share with someone who matters to you and someone who respects you and loves you. And I placed a high value on sex. So that being said, part of my reasoning came about, I don't want to have sex with just any guy. I don't want to have sex with, the first guy who tells me he loves me, my boyfriend, none of that. I want to have sex with someone who matters to me, someone who's important to me, and someone who I feel deserves it because he has showed me that he respects me, he loves me, and is committed to me. And to me, all of those come with marrying someone. So definitely, like, when someone marries you, it shows that they respect you, they love you, they're committed to you for the rest of their lives. So I feel like, that person to me is a good candidate for me to give my virginity to. They've done all this for me. Another part of that is just romantic, like, saving yourself for your husband, the one person who, at the very end of it all, matters more than all the other people you dated. Sorry, like everybody else, your husband, like the person you ultimately end up marrying, is more important than any of the other guys you dated before that. So sex kind of loses its value when you've done that very thing with everybody else. Like, clearly your husband's more important than your boyfriend, but you slept with all of them. So it kind of loses its like intimacy when you sleep with people before that. And this again is just my opinion. I don't want anyone taking this like the wrong way or being offended. I'm not trying to judge anyone. I'm really just trying to give how I look at it and my personal opinion of things. So yeah, that was one of them. Also, just hearing stories from my friends of how they lost their virginity to a guy who ended up dumping them, and they felt so hurt and alone, and they felt used. And I don't want to be in that position. From what I've heard, it really sucks. And I want to avoid situations like that. And they're 100% avoidable by just not sleeping with that person. Um, Another big reason, another like kind of how I view sex though is like if people thought of sex in the way like sex equals pregnancy, you should only sleep with someone that you would want to have children with and that you would be comfortable raising your children with. A lot of people forget that sex actually is for making babies, for reproducing life on this earth, and people like only think of it as a pleasure thing. And I feel like people need to remember that that is a huge part of sex. That is what sex is for. So thinking of sex that way, I was like, I would wanna have children with my husband, so that would be the person I sleep with. But yeah, I'm not trying to like judge anyone. Like if you've already had sex, that is your own decision. It's your personal decision. But you should definitely, before you decide to do anything, you should always, look at the pros and cons of that situation. Always, do your research, find out the facts on it. I feel like in today's society, there's definitely a lot of pressure for people and teenagers to have sex, to lose their virginity, to just get it over with, to sleep around. This casual hookup phase that like is happening in this younger society, and you just see more and more like children younger and younger starting to have sex even earlier than before, and that really scares me. I mean, even if you don't plan on waiting to have sex and that's not something you want, I feel like you should still make sure you're ready to have sex. And to me, that means you are ready to have a baby. You are able, financially, emotionally, ready to take care of a kid. You're ready to deal with the STD should you contract one, and that your body's like physiologically like ready to have sex. Like you have to feel it in there. And I feel like you don't have that when you're younger, especially the baby one. I feel like, yeah, that's definitely not something that should be happening. So, this crazy hookup stage kind of makes sex like less of a intimate thing. It's no longer something special when you just sleep around with everyone and everyone's doing it, everyone's having sex. And there's definitely a lot of pressure to have it. I definitely feel it like everywhere. Like you see it on TV, you see it everywhere. And so it kind of like when I tell people I want to wait till marriage, I always feel like ostracized or like I'm the strange one, that there like aren't a lot of people out there like me. And a lot of people are like, "Oh, you think you're better than that person?" And it's like, no, not at all. Just because I decide to wait to have sex doesn't mean that I think I'm better than you. It really just means I value sex differently than you. Like I see sex as a big deal, as something intimate, as something special, and so I only want to have that with my husband and someone who's important to me and matters to me and who loves and respects me. And I feel like everyone should want that for themselves. You should hold yourself to a higher standard. You should demand more for yourself. So this is where I kind of feel like it comes down to kind of like the self-respect or self-value, with like virginity, because ultimately, and I hate the term lose your virginity. That's why I say I don't lose my virginity. I give it away, I'm giving it to you. I'm not losing it. So that's why I say give, but ultimately losing or giving your virginity away is in your hands, like the woman's hand, the guy's hands, whoever I'm speaking to. It's in your hands. And the price of your virginity is in what you're receiving from that person before you give it away. So it's kind of like, and that basically all goes down to self-value. I have to put a high value on, my virginity or having sex with someone. So I demand for myself that person loves, respects me, and is committed to me, And I feel like every person should demand that for themselves. Every person who values sex anyway as a big thing should demand that for themselves before having sex. But, I feel like, yeah, it's like something that you have to like look within yourself and really think about and look at the facts. So I'm just naturally one of the I can't talk. One of those people who really likes to like look at all the facts, take everything in, do studies, and I'm like really philosophical about everything. So I always find like some deep meaning behind everything. But so yeah, that's basically my reasons for waiting. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you have any more questions for me about sex that you want me to address in another video, or comments, questions, anything, feel free to comment them below. Also, please like this video, thumbs up please, and thank you guys so much for watching. Bye. Hey guys, so really quick, I just wanted to add to this video or discussion topic, what I was saying about, self-respect and valuing yourself when it comes to having sex with someone. So basically, I just wanted to kind of explain it a little bit better. So basically what I'm saying is that before you decide to sleep with someone, give your virginity to someone, the value of that is basically what you demand of the other person before you do that. Because basically once you're saying that once they've done this for me, I will give them this. And so that's like exchange, so some sort of value behind it. So, like I said, my reasonings were how I valued, my giving my virginity to someone or having sex with someone was based off of the fact that they loved me, they respected me, and that they were committed to me. And for me, those things are all part of being married to someone. And I feel like that was the only thing that equates to those three things. Because, a lot of people will say that they love you, that they respect you, and that they are committed to you. But people can say a lot of things. Guys will basically say anything, sleep with a girl, don't care about them. They're just trying to have sex. So to me, the only action, because actions speak louder than words, that shows that this person truly feels these three things about you is by marrying you. That basically really is kind of the only way that you can even truly commit to someone. You're truly committed to someone when you're married to them. So, you can love and respect someone, and if that's all you demand before sleeping with someone, then great, that's a good thing to have. But, commitment is a huge part of it for me, is one of my big reasons, because, I want to know that that person is not just gonna like dip out on me at the last second. I don't want to sleep with this guy and he's not committed to me, and so the next day he's just gone. And yeah, he said he loves and respects me, but he wasn't committed to me. He wasn't there for me. So that's kind of just ensuring that that guy is there to stay and that he really feels connected and committed to you. So yeah, basically I just wanted to explain that a little further for you guys. But again, thanks for watching. And if you have any questions for me, just comment them down below. Bye!